Hello and welcome to this brief overview on the research essay. Over the period of about 12 weeks or so, you're going to be producing a research essay of between 1,500 to 2,000 words. This process will begin by selecting a topic, finding resources for that topic so that you can narrow it down to something very specific and debatable. Having decided on a debatable topic, you'll need to select 3 points or a scope, and then use the debatable statement and your scope to produce a thesis statement. Do a bit more reading to find support for your scope. You'll need also to identify some counter-arguments and refutations. Then you'll produce an outline and finally a draft. Okay, so now let's look at the topic selection. Firstly, you'll need to select a topic based on your mainstream area. And for this you're going to have to check with your lecturer, because if it's not to do with your mainstream area, you're going to have to make another selection. At this stage, the topic is just very broad. Now, once the lecturer approves your topic, you're going to need to find resources from the library. So you'll go to the library and you must have at least 5 library resources, including at least 1 journal, either a print journal or an electronic journal, 1 book, and no more than 1 internet source. And please note, these should be photocopied, fully referenced and shown to your lecturer, and any internet source that you use should be printed off as well. Okay, now that you've got a broad topic and you're in the library reading, you're going to read so that you can narrow your topic down. Okay, once you think you've narrowed your topic down, you have to write a position statement. In other words, because your essay will be argumentative, it'll need to contain a debatable statement. In other words, you've got to make your position clear in relation to the debatable statement that you produce. In other words, do you agree or disagree? Now, once you've made it clear whether you agree or disagree, in other words, once you've made your position clear, that isn't enough. You're going to have to support your position with information from your reading and research. And usually you try to select at least 3 main points to support your position. So for an essay of 1,500 to 2,000 words, as I've just said, you'll need 3 points. Okay, these go with your position statement. So together with your position statement and the 3 scope points, you're going to have a thesis statement, which we'll come on to shortly. Okay, as I've just said, the thesis statement, or a full thesis statement, is a combination of your position statement together with your 3 scope points. We say 3 scope points, sometimes it can be 2, sometimes it can be 4, but most commonly it is 3. Now, without any support, your position statement is just a statement and nothing more. You're now going to have to demonstrate to your reader why your position is the correct position. In other words, you're going to have to persuade the reader that you are in fact correct. You're also going to later find that you're also going to demonstrate that you know what your opponents think as well. Okay. In other words, you're going to find a counter-argument. Okay? So a counter-argument is an argument which is the opposite to your position, because not everyone agrees with you. And your task here will then be to show why this counter-argument is wrong or weak or misinformed. Now you'll have done a lot of reading, and the next step is to produce an outline, and your outline should include a full thesis statement. This will actually be part of the introduction in the final essay. And then the body won't be sentences yet. Firstly, you'll need to identify your counter-argument and the refutation, just in bullet points. You don't need to write a sentence just yet. Now, depending on what type of argumentative essay you're doing, you might need several counter-arguments and refutations. Then, in note form, under each bullet point, you'll want some information about the counter-argument and the refutation. Following that, you'll need some bulleted scope points. Remember, the scope points are the points which support your position. And of course, from your reading, you'll get information about each scope point, and write this down just in note form at the moment. Don't do any copying. And of course, you'll need to fully reference any information you got from your sources. Then, when you have an outline in front of you, which is all in note form, you'll be ready to produce your first draft. And your first draft should include a full thesis statement, counter-arguments and refutation. For now, we'll just talk about the first type of argumentative essay. So this will mean that your first body paragraph will be a counter-argument and refutation paragraph. And then the next body paragraphs will be in full sentences, and they will be expanding on your scope points, and they should include in-text references introduced with the appropriate transition statements, which your lecturers will teach you at some stage. Well, a very important place, as we've just said, is the Curtin University Library, where you can get research and information skills. If you go to their website, and please note that what you see in front of you are not hot links. You'll need to go to the website yourself to find online tutorials, workshops and tours, referencing, and endnote information. All right, well, the best of luck in the next 12 weeks. You'll be getting more detailed information, guidance and consultation from your lecturers.